Hi everyone, thanks for watching this video. Today's class is about OpenAPI, which is a series of interfaces that allow you to achieve certain results that you may not be able to achieve using only embedded services or simple coding on SuperOS platform. So the platform supports a significant number of open APIs that are listed here under different categories. Similar to HTTPS requests, there are 4 types of requests that you can use, which are GET, PUT, POST, and DELETE. So before you use each API, you need to know its request type and using the corresponding request code that are listed here. So in today's class, I'm gonna show you how to use OpenAPI on SuperOS platform, and I will cover these 4 types of requests. So to do that, first of all, we need to log into SuperOS platform and get into Design Center. So today's examples will all be demonstrated as services under a form template sales order here. So details and services. Here, as you can see, I have created 4 services that covers GET, POST, DELETE, and PUT, those 4 types of requests. Let's go through them. First, this is add template attribute. Here you can give them a name, alias, and make the output type to JSON. And here inside the script, first of all, let's do it again. What we need to do using this service is to add an attribute under the specified template, right? So what we need to do is, first of all, to find out this API, what request type it is. This attribute, add template attribute. It's a post request, right? So what we need to do is to go into HTTP request and copy this post request body and paste it here. So it looks like this. So what we need to change is this request URL here and this param, which is our request body information, right? So this URL, we need to find it from our OpenAPI, which is this path example code. Copy it and paste it here. And now let's define a variety to store this path. So because I'm using this OpenAPI in my SuperOS platform, so what I need is only the relative path. And let's paste it here. And inside it, there is a template namespace, and template name is the parameters I need to change to the specified template under which I want to add this attribute. And the template information is namespace MSLs, alias here. Let's and then you will need to change this param, which is the request body, which you can also get from this API example here. Let's just here. This example code covers all the parameters you can use for creating an attribute, and some of them cannot be existed together. And you can just check the explanation here, and I will just use this one. But remember, you need to keep the required parameters here, otherwise the API cannot work. Okay, it looks like this. Now what we need to do is to change this to our base URL, and this headers, we don't need that. And let's change it to click debugging. Okay, now let's go back to the attribute list, see if it's created successfully here, P2. So the first service is successful. Let's go through the second one, which is get instance details by its alias. Also the name alias and basic information script here. Let's also just make it to and go to our official site and find this get instance details by alias, and this is a get request, right? So we copy the get code and paste it here. Also, this base URL, as the first one, we need to find the API and copy the path code and paste it here. But same as before, what we need is only the relative code, which is right before OpenAPI. Okay, so what we need to change is the template namespace, template name, and instance name. So the template name, let's see, still and sales order is a form template, and its instance doesn't really have any value. So let me change it to another template instance. Okay. And the sales order instance, this is sales 1. Let me try to get the information of this sales 1 instance. So that would be sales order MSL's sales alias is sales, and the instance is sales 1. So let me change it to in here sales 1. What else? Let me check. Base URL here. Okay. Debug. Okay, so here is the information of the instance sales 1, and to make it more clear, you can change it to JSON. Convert it to JSON. And then let's return. See, it looks like this. Okay, so now we have covered a post request and a get request. What we need to do now is to do the rest two, which is delete and put. So delete, also basic information and script here. Okay, and then I'll go to our official site attribute, delete template attribute. It's a delete request, find delete, and then paste it here. So we need to get the base URL, which is here, not instance, attribute delete, and the path code. And base URL, let's find it using the relative path and paste it here. And we need to change this template namespace. Okay, so this is a delete attribute from a specified template. We just added a P2 under sales order template, right? So what we need to try is to delete that. I don't remember this attribute namespace. Let's go back and check, shall we? Attribute P2, its namespace is system. So this would be system, I'm sorry, system, and the attribute name is P2. What else? Okay, that's it. Then let's try debug. Okay, so let's go back to the attribute, see if the P2 is deleted. Okay, it's still here. Let's refresh. Okay, it's not here. It's deleted. Okay, the last service is to edit template attribute. Similarly, we find this API and it's a put request, so we find put and paste it here. Okay, and then we need the path. We need the path code, which is edit here. Let's paste it here, and then let me define and paste the relative code here. And also template namespace, template name, namespace, and template name. Attribute namespace. Let's just change that P1. Namespace is also system. Attribute name is P1. And let's see. We need the request body, which looks like this. Let's change it to. Okay, there are a lot of information, and let's just use one that's very easy to see, which is the display name. Let's just change it to P3, shall we? And the others, label IDs, I don't really need that. I'm just gonna use this. You can, of course, use the parameters you need to change the attribute. Okay. I'm just gonna change this to P3. Okay, display name, and this headers, we need it. Okay. Okay, change this to base URL. That's it, right? That's it. Okay. So now it's okay. Let's go to attribute. Attribute. P1 is now P3, the display name, because the alias, you can't really change it. So now we have covered the 4 types of requests using 4 different services under a form template, and that's how you can use all these open APIs. They're all in the kind of same way to use, okay? And that's all. Thanks for watching.